So in this video, we are going to study about the triangle mid-segment theorem. Now it is very obvious from the name that there is a triangle, and in the triangle they are talking about the some mid points or the mid segments. So let's check it out. So let's suppose try to understand this theorem by making a triangle over here. Okay, so let's suppose that here this x is the midpoint of AB. And what is the midpoint? Midpoint is the point which cuts the AB into two equal parts. It means it is the middle part. So if XB is 2 centimeter, so AX is also 2 centimeter. So this is what I mean. Okay. So now let's suppose another thing, that Y is the midpoint of BC, which means that the BY is equals to BCY. Okay, so if this is 4 centimeter, this is also 4 centimeter. And there is also one segment left, that is AC, and the midpoint of AC, let's suppose it is named as Z, which means that the AZ is equal to CZ. Okay, so what are X, Y and Z? They are the midpoints of the triangles of the sides AB, BC and AC respectively. Now if I join, okay, so if I join the two midpoints, so let's suppose I join, let me take another, I join X with the Y. Okay. So what is this line? This line you can say that is parallel to AC. Okay, it is going side by side, right? So XY is parallel to AC. Number one means I am just writing here so that you can understand that XY is parallel to AC. And what are the X and Y points? X and Y points are the mid segments, are the midpoints of AB and CB. Okay, so what is the relationship now between the AC and the XY? So AC, actually it is 2 times the XY. So we can say AC equals to 2 times XY, or the same relationship. In other words, you can say that XY is half the measurement of AC. So do you understand what is the relation? Because whenever we talk about any theorem, we must know that what is the relationship between the different segments. Okay, if you understand this, let's try and check another part. Okay, so let's try and write another relationship. Okay, it is not erasing. I don't know what happened here. Okay, let's see another relationship. So keep this relationship in the mind and let's talk about another relationship. I'm making the same triangle ABC. Okay, so I'm writing here A, C and B, and I told you here X, here Y and here Z. Now I want to join Y and Z. Okay, so I want to join the two midpoints Y and Z. Now if you look closely, so Y and Z is parallel to what? Is parallel to the line AB. You get it? That AB is parallel to YZ. So which one is bigger? AB is definitely bigger, right? So you can say that AB is 2 times YZ. Or you can even say that YZ is half of AB. So this is another relationship. Okay, let's try to make one more relationship to understand the whole theorem more in a more better way, and we will not forget in that way. Okay, I am trying to make again, and now this time I want to join Y. Okay, Y and Z I already joined. Okay, so let's try and join. Which points you want me to join now? Okay, I think that I didn't join the X and the Z, right? X and Z. Okay, so what have you observed now? Tell me. Pause the video and write down what have you observed. Which line is parallel to which line? So you can say that the BC is parallel to XZ, and BC is double the XZ, XZ, or XZ is half the measurement of BC. So this is how we can find it out, or we can just define our mid-segment theorem. Have a look here. Now have a look here. Look at this. This point, let's suppose P, Q and R. They are the midpoints which are cutting the AB. Okay, ZP is cutting the AB into two equal parts. Similarly, Q is cutting BC into two equal parts. AR is cutting AC into two equal parts. So P, Q and R are the midpoints of AB, BC and AC respectively. Now what have you more observed? That when I join the two midpoints, okay, when I join the two midpoints, I already explained you that what is the relationship, okay. Now, if you join the all three midpoints, what have you observed? That another triangle come across the way, okay. So there is one more triangle you can see in this triangle. So let's, one more thing in the triangle theorem, remember that here this angle, okay, the line that is parallel to the two lines that are parallel to each other, their corresponding angles are equivalent to each others. Okay, now let's try to solve the questions. Apply the mid-segment theorem. As I told you that first of all we have to establish the relationship. So there is CB and there is ED. So E is what? E is the midpoint, right? They are also saying that find the value of X, but you have to establish the relationship that E is the midpoint. Similarly, D is the midpoint. Midpoint of what? E is the midpoint of AC and D is the midpoint of AB. Okay, so join the E and D. So ED is parallel to what? CB. So CB is parallel to ED. Now which one is the bigger? CB. So CB is 2 times of ED. So the relationship established. What is CB? CB is 5x plus 4 equals to 2 times of ED, which is 32. Now 5x plus 4, 32 times 2 is 64. Bring the 4 on the other side, you will get negative 4. So 64 minus 4 is 60. Divide both sides by the 5. So 60 divided by 5 gives you 12. Now they are asking us to find the BC. So what is BC actually? BC is equals to 5x plus 4. Replace the x by the 12 plus 4. So 5 times 12 is what? 5 times 12 is 60. 60 plus 4 is 64. So you have seen that 64 is double the 32. Next question. Find the values. What have you seen? That ED, this line ED is parallel to what? Is parallel to BC. Which one is bigger? Of course, BC is bigger. So let's make BC is parallel to ED. And BC is bigger. How much it is bigger? Twice, yani 2 times the ED. And what is ED equals to? So I'm just writing here ED. Now what is BC? It is BC. I'm making, Okay, so it is 10r minus 14 and 2 times ED, which is 4r. So 10r minus 14 I will write as it is. 2 times 4 is 8r. To solve for the unknown variable, we bring all the variables on one side and we bring all the numbers on the other side. So if I bring 8r on the other side, it gives me negative 8r. And if I bring negative 14 on the other side, it will give me 14. 10 minus 8 is 2r equals to 14. Divide both sides by the 2, so r equals to 7. Now let's try to find out the BC, which is 10r minus 14. Replace r by the 7 minus 14, which means 70 minus 14. So 70 minus 14, it gives me 56. Okay, let's try. Am I right or wrong? So try to find out DE, which is 4r. 4r is 7. 4 times 7 is 28 and 28 plus 28 gives me 56. So I am doing the correct things. Next question. Now we have DE. Okay. And D is the mid value. Okay, midpoint, and E is the midpoint. So D is the mid segment, okay, of BC. Now what is the relationship between BC and DE? That BC is parallel to DE. And BC is definitely twice the DE. What is BC? It is 12n plus 20. And what is DE? That is 7n plus 1. Open the bracket. So we will write 12n plus 20 equals to 2 times 7 is 14n. 2 times 1 is 2. Bring the 14n on the other side. It gives you negative 14n. So 12 and bring the 20 on the other side. It gives you negative 20. 12 minus 14, negative 2n. 2 minus 20, minus 18. Divide both sides by negative 2. You will get n equals to 9. Now, one by one. First of all, put the DE 7n plus 1. Replace n by the 9 to get the value of DE. So, 7 times 9 plus 1. Okay, so 7 times 9 is 63. 63 plus 1 is 64. What is the other part? The other is BC. What is BC? It is 12n plus 20. So it is 12 times n is 9 plus 20. 12 times 9 is 108 plus 20. So which means 128, and 64 is the half of 128. Pause the video and try this question now. Okay, now I am also solving and you also try yourself. So here what have you seen? That EF is parallel to XY, right? EF is parallel to XY, and XY is the segment that is made by joining the two midpoints. So what is the bigger, which one is the bigger line segment? Definitely EF, which is outer side of the triangle. So EF is 2 times the XY. Okay, since we established the relationship, now what is EF? It is 4R minus 5 equals to 2, and what is X? It is R plus 3. Open the bracket on the right hand side. 2 times R is 2R and 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. And this side we just drag it down. Now bring all the variables on the right hand side and all the numbers on the right hand side and variables on the left hand side. So 4R minus 2R. Before the R 2R there is a plus sign. So when you bring it here, it becomes negative. Negative 5 goes on the other side. It gives you positive 5. So you will get 4 minus 2 is 2R equals to 6 plus 5 is 11. Divide both sides by the 2. You will get R equals to 11 by 2 or 5.5. Now they are asking you to find the xy. So what is xy? It is r plus 3. And what is r? It is 11 by 2 plus 3. So what do we get? 6, 7. 17 by 2. It means 8.5. Now, or 8.5. Okay, let's try what is EF equals to. Is it 17 or not? Let's try. So, it is 4r minus 5. So, what is 4? 4 here. And what is r? R is 11 by 2 minus 5. If you write in the calculator, you will get 22 minus 5. That is 17. So, yes, the EF is 2 times bigger than the XY. Next question, find DE and CB if DE is the mid segment. So what is the relationship? It is CB is parallel to DE and CB is twice the DE. Okay, what is CB? It is 4x minus 2 from here. And what is 2 times DE? It is x plus 7. So we will write 4x minus 2 equals to, open the bracket by using the distributive property, 2 times x is 2x plus 2 times 7 is 14. Bring all the variables on left hand side and the numbers on the right hand side. Plus 2x goes on the other side, negative 2x. Negative 2x, negative 2 goes on the other side, becomes positive 2. Now simplify, 4 minus 2 is 2x and plus 14 plus 2 gives us plus 16. Or you don't write the plus. Divide both sides by the 2, x equals to 8. Let's check it out, that what is the measurement of D, which is x plus 7 and x is replaced by the 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. Now what is CB? CB is 4x minus 2. So 4, x is replaced by 8 minus 2. 4 times 8 is 32. 32 minus 2 is 30. And you can see that if this is 30, half of this is 15. Next question. Henry claims that MN, this one, okay, is the mid segment of triangle JKL. JKL is the biggest triangle. Explain why this is not true. Okay, so look at this. Now have a look at the figure and try to understand with the figure what they are trying to tell us. Now if M, let's suppose this is a line J and K. I'm just trying to show you this line JK, I put it like that. And if M is the mid segment, then you know that JM, if it is 2 centimeter, then M and K is also be 2 centimeter. And how do I show? If I put here one line, I have to put here also one line. This means that these two lines are equal. If I here put two lines, I have to put here also two lines. It means that the two segments are equal to each other. Similarly, if I put here three lines, so I have to put here also three lines to show that the two lines are equal to each other. Now what is happening in our scenario? In our scenario, this says that JM is double the line and MK is single line. It means JM and MK are not equivalent. JM is not equals to MK. Whereas instead they are saying MK and MN are equal. But there is no relation between the MK and MN. Similarly, they are saying NL has the two lines. If it is, for example, 4 centimeter, they are not saying that this is 4 centimeter. If this is 6 centimeter, this is 6 centimeter because they are one line. If this is two lines is 4 centimeter, so JM is also 4 centimeter, whereas no connection of NL with JM. So you have to say also NL is not equivalent or not congruent to KN. Okay, it is proved by the triangle. Hence, we can say that this is not true. So hence we can say that MN is not the mid segment, because the mid segment always cuts the main segment or main side into two equal parts, which is not shown by the given triangle. Whatever I have said, you can write it in narration to explain your answer. In order to solve this question, answer the measures of these questions, just try few things and understand few things. Look at the AE, AB, okay? So E is the midpoint of AB, which means that E is cutting the AB into two equal parts. So if the whole AB is 60, so it means that this is 30 and this is 30. Okay. Now here AC, the whole length of AC is 57. Okay, so if this is 57, then what is AD and what is DC, right? So if AD is, if it is 57, so what is the half of 57? Okay, 57, it is 28.5. So this is 28.5 and this is also 28.5. So this is another thing. Now look at this DE. Look at this one. This is D and E, right? This line. And the parallel line is B and C. Okay. So we know that DE is parallel to BC. Right? And what else we know? That BC is twice the DE. This also we know, because this BC, the outer line, is double the DE. So what is, yani it is double, right? So if it is double, okay, let's make like this. Let's try this thing, right? So this is 22.5. So this is also 22.5. And this is also 22.5. And total BC will be 45. Right? Okay. Now, if this is done, let's try. What is CB? So let's try. Where is CB? C and B, the whole CB. CB is double the 22.5. So we know that this is 45. Now what is FE? Where is FE? So let's try find out. Yes, this is FE. So now we know that if this whole AD is 57, so FE is the half of AC. So that is also 28.5, right? So this is 28.5. Try what is AE, yani number D part. I skipped the C part, okay? So what is AE? Let's try what is AE. AE already we know that it is the half segment of AB. So this is 30. Sorry, this one is 30. Okay, so now next what they are asking us to find out. They are saying what is DF. I skipped the E part, okay? Look at the F part. So what is DF? So where is DF? So DF is here, right? So DF is the half of AB, right? This is AB and DF is the mid segment. So if this is whole 60, so this is what? This is 30, right? This is 30. So these are DF is 30 and 60. Let's check AE. AE is also 30. Okay, so we found this one. Now let's try to solve about the angles. Okay, now there are few things which you should know about the angles. Okay, so these informations are very important to solve about the angles. Okay, so the first thing is, let's suppose this, right? And here and here. If there is a Z, so this angle and this angle are always equal. So I am trying to make the Z, okay? Trying to make the Z of this one. So if this is 64 because it is given, so I want to try to find out the Z of this one. It means if I make the Z, so this 64, so this is also 64. Number one thing. Number two thing, I should know that look at this. Now let's take this one, okay? Now look at this part of the of this one, right? So what have you seen? These four lines, they make the parallelogram. And what is parallelogram's characteristic? That the opposite angles, the sum of the opposite angles, let's suppose this is A and this is B. So the sum of the opposite angles should be 180 degree. Okay, so this you should know. Let's suppose this is one more thing. You should know it whether the question comes like that or not. CD. So remember that A plus C should also be equal to 180 degree. Similarly, B plus D should be equals to 180 degree. C plus D also be equal to 180 degree. And A plus B plus C plus D must be equal to 360 degree. Now let's try to find out what they are asking us, and then we will see that are we able to answer the question or not. Okay, they are saying angle DFC. So let's try. This is D. Okay, here F and here C. Okay, so can you see that this makes the Z angle which I just explained you. So if it is Z, so this is actually 64 degree. Now DFB. So where is DFB? So this is D, this is F. Let's try another. And this is D, F and B. Okay, so this is here. D, F, B. It means they are trying to ask about this angle. And we just said that if something is making the U like this, so the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. So how to find the angle of this one? From 180 we subtract 64, which gives us 116. So this is 116 degree. Try to solve such kind of the question. Try to look up at your books, okay, and try to solve such kind of the triangles to make your basics strong. Okay, now here they are asking you that match the segments of the triangle with the terms of the point of concurrency segments. Okay, what do we know and what we don't know? Let's try to understand what we know. When we talk about the medians, remember we are talking about the centroid. We just studied. Okay, when we talk about the altitudes, it's about the orthocenter. When we have the angle bisectors, it means that we are talking about the incenters. And with the perpendicular bisectors, we talk about the circumcenter. This is a word problem. A dart game has an equilateral triangle with a detachable mid-segments for a target. So you can create different game boards. What is the value of the X for the game board labeled in the triangle XYZ? And what else they are saying? What is the length of MN? So it is so easy. So we know that the Mn is the half of Zy, or you can say that the Zy is parallel to Mn, or Zy is twice of Mn. So Zy is how much? It is 26 and it is twice of Mn. It means 3x plus 1. Open the brackets. So if you open the bracket, it will give us 2 times 3 is 6x, 2 times 1 is 2. Keep the x over here and bring the 2 on the other side. You will get negative 2. So 6x equals to 26 minus 2 is 24. Divide both sides by the 6. We will get x equal to 4. First check our answer. How to check our answer? Try to find out the Mn. Mn is 13. Our answer is correct. So Mn is 3x plus 1. Replace the x by 4 plus 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. So yes, our answer is correct. Now I solved this question like this, but few students, maybe you don't like this method or you want to use another method. Like I write, I wrote that ZY is 2 times MN. Some people they says that MN is half of ZY. It's also correct. So how do they do? Mn it is 3x plus 1 is half of zy is 26. 3x plus 1 and what is the half of 26? It's 13. Bring the 1 here so it gives you minus 1. So 13 minus 1 gives you 12 equals to 3x. Divide both sides by the 3 so you get x equals to 4. So whatever the method you use, you can see that both the answers are same. Okay, so now they are saying ABC. So there is a triangle A, B and C. WN is parallel to CA. So CA and WN. Okay, so this is W, this is N is CA. WN bisects AB. It means here is W and WN, right? WN, okay, let's make it N, okay? WN, it bisects AB and BC, okay? Yes, they are the midpoints. W and the N are the midpoints, so they are bisecting the angle, the segments. What is an appropriate name of WN? So what is the WN name? You know that this is called the mid segment.